Salute. Sad day. Sad day in battle rap for Sue Surf. He got 30. Loaded Lux caught a 30 piece. I was going for Surf, but I knew Lux was a different kind of animal. Aminah about to call up. We're going to speak on it. She just beat me in the back. So I'm waiting for Aminah to call me up right now. She's about to smash the like button. Aminah about to call up right now. So nobody call, please. I'm only taking Aminah calls. If you just now tuning in, if you didn't catch the battle, smash that like button. Loaded Lux beat Sue Surf with ease. It was easy work. Sue Surf choked, plus he stumbled. I'm calling it down the middle. I was going for Surf, so it ain't no bias. You know, it ain't me being biased towards Lux, because I know Lux. Lux is the homie, been on my platform, been on Forbes. I'm calling it down the middle. I was rooting for Surf because he's, you know, I wouldn't say he's a new face. Loaded Lux beat Sue Surf. It was easy work. You know what I'm saying? Aminah called it. She told me. You know, I knew. But you know how you just be rooting for somebody because, you know, I just be wanting new people to win. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I knew. I said to the people, Loaded Lux is a problem. He's a monster. And I say it's going to be debatable. I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I knew it wasn't going to be like, oh, like Surf is going 30-piece Lux. I knew that. Like, but the Earth called it. She called it from the rip. She said, Lux got this. That's easy work for him. And I want to shout Smack, the whole URL, all the battlers, you know, they put on for the culture. You know, I'll probably edit this live stream a little later, you know what I'm saying? Because I got to keep the Earth sounding official. So, you know, she won. Aminah bet me. She won fair and square, and she called it. She called it. She called it from the jump. She said, Lux is going to 3-0 that kid. And Surf is a dope artist as well as a dope battle rapper. I was rooting for him. Same thing with Loaded Lux. Dope artist, dope battle rapper. You know, but Surf didn't prepare for Lux. Like, that smoke that Lux brung, I would say that was gray hoodie Lux mixed with the Lux that battle Hollow. You know what I'm saying? Because he was in his bag. He was kind of like schooling Surf on some like, yo, you my son. I built this. Like, you in my house. You know what I'm saying? Don't raise your voice at your father in my house. You know what I'm saying? That's how Lux was doing Surf. I'm just keeping it real. And I rock with Surf hard, like in terms of, you know, like as a battle rapper. Same thing with tay-roc. Tay-roc got busy. I feel like in the voting system he got jerked. But I feel like when it's all said and done, when the streets and the people that count call it, they're gonna say tay-roc 1-2-1 versus Daylight. I feel like Verb, I'm not, you know, a super fan of Verb, but I respect his bar, you know what I'm saying, his bars. I feel like he edged Geechee Gotti. Like, I'm just calling down the middle. Same way I was rooting for Surf and he lost. I call it down the middle. Lux beat him. It was 3-0. See, the difference between me and a lot of people, they'll be fans of somebody or be rooting for somebody, and when they lose, they still don't want to say, oh, now that person beat such and such. You dig? So on that note, like I said, Smack pull up, you know, he put on for the culture. It was a dope event, you know, due to the app glitching and freezing up and all that, the Caffeine app. Shouts to Caffeine, you owe a check. Shouts to Smack, you owe a check. I'm here promoting. I was promoting y'all all night. I did a live commentary. And, you know, I just wanted to speak on this real quick and give Lux his crown. He's the king, the GOAT. You did that, homie. Surf, I think you slept on Lux. I could tell he was nervous because he choked, stumbled. Tay-Roc was like flawless. Like, you know, came through with the blazer. You know what I'm saying? Looking like a vampire. Daylight was incredible, but I feel like Tay-Roc edged him. Yeah, Lux is the GOAT when it comes to the battle rap. He got that. Because Mook lost the verb. Mook was the Mayweather of battle rap, but once he lost the verb, it was like, But shouts to Murder Mook. Shouts to all the battle rappers. Anybody who get in that ring, you know, that's not easy, first and foremost. And you know, I'm gonna really start getting back in tune with it. You dig? Smash that like button, hit that super chat. Lux 1-3-0. It's not 2-1. Let's not keep it real. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might be a fan of Surf. You doing him injustice by saying that Surf won a round. He did not win a round. You understand what I'm saying? And Lux called out Daylight as well. Facts. At the end of the round where he was smoking Surf, the third round, he called out Daylight. That right there is going to be a crazy battle. That right there going to be a crazy battle. That one, I'm going to go with Lux, but Daylight, you know, is not to be slept on. You feel me? But like I said, this was a dope card. Oh, you know who looked spooky tonight? What's the dude named? The Saga. Yo, that nigga choked all the way through. Then he brought out a weak-ass gimmick. I mean, it probably would have been dope, but he choked so bad. So by the time he brought out RoboCop, because he brought out RoboCop in his third round, and RoboCop arrested him, I was done. I was already over it. I'm like, nah, like, homie. Shouts to what's the dude named? Mike P that beat him. That was a dope bet. Well, Mike P got busy. So you gotta come prepared. Yeah, RoboCop. When he brought out RoboCop, I was like, yo, he owed Smack some money. Like, say like if Smack paid him $5K, right? To do the Saga, right? I feel like he owed Smack $20K because of how bad he choked, and then also that gimmick or what you call that? What you call that when battle rappers be it's another word for gimmick. Antics. That antic that he tried to pull off in the third round, it was all the way spooky. RoboCop messed that whole thing up. Y'all got to see the battle to understand what I'm talking about. And it's going to be real funny because when you see, you know, the cop. Hold on, let me fix this, right? He had a cop, like literally, right? Let me show you how the cop was during the battle. He had a cop like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had RoboCop in the battle. During the battle, I'm like, yo, fam, you choked and you got the nerve to have RoboCop on stage with you. It's not a good look. It was a white cop, but you know, the way he was carrying himself, like RoboCop, I was like, nah, I'm good on this whole battle, but shouts to Mike P, he won. You know? Yeah, the antics was trash. Yeah, Mike Larry said RoboCop. Facts. But on that note, I'm going to go live with y'all tomorrow. I'll probably go live with Babs Bunny, if not tonight. We said tonight, but I'm going to go live with her tomorrow. And we're going to talk about this battle thing. But shouts to Loaded Lux with the 3-0. Shouts to Tay-Roc and Daylight. That battle was a classic. They saying that battle was battle of the year. Tay-Roc, to me, regardless of what the voting polls say, he won that 2-1 in my eyes. But Daylight was incredible, as always. He's incredible. Shouts to Daylight. We kicked it on Twitter years ago, so you know it's a mutual respect. You know, I just call it down the middle. I call that, nah, Daylight didn't win that. Tay-Roc, third round, and I think his first round was crazy. You're bugging. Even Daylight, you know, said what it was. But, you know, a lot of your fans, y'all don't know how to keep it real. Like, you know, like, I could be rooting for somebody and they lost, I'm going to call it as is. Like, I wanted Sue Surf to win, and he lost to Lux, you know, 3 rounds to nothing. And I'm calling it like I see it. But y'all, you know, a lot of y'all won't do that because y'all biased, you know, but it is what it is. On that note, shouts to Smack again, once again. Shouts to Caffeine, you owe me a check. Make sure you, my Cash App is $M.Reck. Smack, send that check in, my guy, Beasley. Shouts to 15 Minutes of Fame, Jay Black, everybody who was there, a part of that event. Y'all did a wonderful job. A lot of your commentators that was commentating on the event, your blazers was nasty. You know what I'm saying? Especially Son, who had the shiny black blazer with the tulips on it. He had flowers on his blazers. He had flowers on his blazer. It was nasty. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know what battles he was calling, but it is what it is. But on that note, double deuces and bubble gooses. I'm gone. Love. Salute to the Wreck Mob.